His first address to the nation about the military operation, now in its 34th day.
President Trump said because of American and Israeli military power, Iran's navy is gone, and airstrikes have been annihilating their defense industrial base. But the president told the nation Wednesday night the job isn't quite complete, so for now, the offensive will continue.
We're going to hit them extremely hard over the next 2 to 3 weeks. We're going to bring them back to the Stone Ages where they belong.
The president said talks toward a ceasefire or even an end to the war continue. But Iran has disputed those discussions have come as far as the president has said. Gernal Scott, Fox News.
And news that attacks will intensify and Iran's continued closure of the Strait of Hormuz to oil shipping traffic have oil prices up nearly 9% today. Members of Congress are scheduled to be out of town for another week and a half, but there is an agreement among Republican leaders on a plan to end the Homeland Security shutdown. Fox's Bill Malugin at the Capitol.
House Speaker Mike Johnson and Senate Majority Leader John Thune are now on the same page, announcing a Trump-approved plan to pass a bill that would fund all of DHS except ICE and CBP. It's similar to the bill the Senate passed with Democratic support at 2 a.m. last Friday. Hours later, Speaker Johnson trashed that Senate bill. But now, with President Trump's approval, Thune and Johnson say that Senate-passed bill is the path forward, and Democrats are claiming victory. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer writing on X, quote, House Republicans caved.
Astronauts on the Artemis 2 mission in between naps are getting the capsule ready for the engine firing that'll send them out of Earth's orbit on their trip to the moon, trip around the moon. They're about 43,500 miles above Earth now, flying more than 2,000 miles an hour. America's listening to Fox News.
I didn't switch to Pure Talk just because I wanted to save 50% off the same 5G service I'd been paying twice as much for. I switched because I like the idea of being in business with a wireless company that supports our veterans in a meaningful way. Pure Talk also creates American jobs every day by keeping their entire operation in this country. I appreciate that. If you feel the same, dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and switch to an American wireless company that actually stands for something. Pure Talk.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
A decision is not expected until June or July, but from their questioning, most Supreme Court justices appear skeptical of President Trump's plan to end birthright citizenship.
Justices on the Supreme Court had tough questions for both sides in oral arguments over President Trump's push to ban automatic citizenship for children born on U.S. soil. Arguing for the plaintiffs, ACLU attorney Cecilia Wong condemned the executive order.
Swaths of American laws would be rendered senseless. Thousands of American babies will immediately lose their citizenship. And if you credit the government's theory, the citizenship of millions of Americans, past, present, and future, could be called into question.
The government's lawyer urged the court to, quote, correct long enduring misconceptions of the 14th Amendment's meaning. Trump attended the arguments, becoming the first sitting president to do so. Tanya J. Powers, Fox News.
An overnight earthquake in California's Santa Cruz Mountains, magnitude 4.6, woke some people up, feeling the shaking, but there are no reports of any major damage or injuries, just reports of things falling off shelves. An instructor and a student pilot are hurt in a small plane crash in a Philadelphia park.
What was initially an emergency landing for the Piper PA-28 turned into something more serious.
It appears to the wing clipped the tree, which spun around and had the crash.
The fire commissioner says the pair are stable, talking, and alert. They were sent to Jefferson Torresdale Hospital. Fly Legacy, identifying themselves as a flight school that trains commercial pilots, says it was an engine power loss, and the general manager says some of the following. The information we have is very limited, but as a flight school who trains commercial pilots, we take our responsibilities very, very seriously, and the cause of the engine power loss is under intense investigation at this time.
Fox 29 Philadelphia's Jill Croce. Dow futures are down 618 points ahead of the opening bell on Wall Street next hour. I'm Chris Foster. This is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Champaign Fire called out to a multi-family 3-story apartment building in the 2000 block of West John Street. They're able to put out an exterior fire extending up the building from the first floor balcony. They kept the fire contained. The good news, no one was hurt. The person was displaced by the fire. Salvador national who previously lived in Kankakee County going to prison. Edwin Bonilla Mendoza sentenced to 15 months behind bars for being a removed illegal immigrant in the U.S. and resisting a federal officer. Prosecutors say Bonilla Mendoza was removed the country in 2018 but returned. Champaign Bank warning Illini fans to slow down before buying Final Four tickets. They say fraud spikes around major sporting events and scammers know fans are feeling the pressure to get into Indianapolis. The branch manager says to avoid buying through social media links on TikTok or Facebook Marketplace. Do your research. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
And good morning, Thursday, April 2nd, 2026, ESPN 93.5. I'm Stevie J. There's Diane Ducey.
Good morning.
And there's our meteorologist, Greg Solier, who pretty much called it the whole week.
Yep.
Exactly what you had.
Dump your gauges up multiple times, I hope?
Yeah, to do that. Where are we? Are we
as in your rain gauges?
Couple of inches? Are we...
Yeah, pretty most everywhere. Well, like 100% complete 1 to 2 inches, and there were some pockets of 3.5 to 4.5 that kind of hop, skipped, and jumped their way from Fulton and McLean County and over towards the Wabash and into parts of Ohio. But at least we missed out on the severe end of things for now, at least.
And the over/under.
So this is it's a good start. More coming, more coming, and more later next week too.
Wow.
Told you, wet spring. Heads up.
Okay, so over/under on date a farmer will get in the field would probably be late April.
Yeah, there's like 2 planting schedules from my ag friends in Danville, and the folks, there's some that want to get out there now with an earlier variety, a little before the end of the official frost date. That ain't happening.
Yeah.
You may get a pocket or two, some guy that claims, hey, it was out there. I don't think so. Even with the fact that we still not have a ways to go in the dry and drought-ridden part of things. Folks in the more traditional, getting going in May will have probably better opportunities, not great. But again, concerned that as we get down the pike here and move from this La Nina, we're almost out of it, to a neutral state for a while, and then come mid to late summertime, how strong will El Nino be? Weak ones mean we still get good rains in summertime. Stronger El Ninos, we're dealing with hot and dry, and that expands from the plains of the western Corn Belt into our neck of the woods. So that's the conundrum going forward after about whole Memorial Day weekend.
Well, he's got it, folks. He's our meteorologist, Greg Solier, brought to you this morning by Carl.
Reminding you can discover the job, career, and purpose you were meant for with Carl Health. You can learn more at carlhealth.org/careers.
All right, meteorologist Greg Solier. We are on Thursday. What do you see today?
Yeah, well, today we've got a range of temperatures, a northbound warm front coming up via the I-70 corridor, and areas off the east that were right in that ribbon, that corridor of still extreme drought areas through Indiana, parts of here in east central Illinois and northwest Ohio, some of that Wabash Basin now into flood stage. That's how fast the rains came on down. I think we're dealt with a lot of hail there too yesterday, late morning and afternoon. But in the meantime, readings range from as cold as 36 at the Illinois-Wisconsin line, there towards Kenosha, for example. You get to the Kankakee, it's about 43. You get here in east central Illinois, 49. Danville, 51. Willett and Savoy. You get to Effingham at 63. You get down to Cape Girardeau and Poplar Bluff there through southeastern Missouri. They're closing in on the 70-degree mark. And from there northwest, the showers and thunderstorms are coming through Missouri, much of Iowa, eastern Nebraska. There's a big ice storm and heavy snowstorm and winter storm for the northern Great Lakes, parts of the far northern and western Corn Belt. But around here, it's the northbound warm front. It's the eastbound cool front. Yeah, you spin up the atmosphere, and then you got to keep an eye on severe weather in spots this afternoon and evening time. So some scattered activity as the morning wears on, but more likely it's this afternoon the showers and thunderstorms get going. Prior to that, south wind 20 to 30, gust 40 to 45 miles per hour. Got that wind advisory thing all throughout the listening area till 7 o'clock this evening. High temperature up around 76. And I think the more active stuff is this afternoon, this evening. Maybe a weather watch, maybe a couple strong and severe storms, and a low tonight down to 60. Tomorrow, some rain in the morning in spots, a partly sunny midday and afternoon. The scattered showers, thunderstorms late in the day. High temperature around 77. That same boundary tries to set southward as a cool front, so we're 68 and dropping. Saturday with some rain in the morning. We're okay, I think, in the afternoon. Those rains will follow eastbound in and around Indianapolis for the ball game Saturday afternoon and evening. Anyway, Easter Sunday, partly sunny, cool, 36 for sunrise services, 53 later in the day, 50s Monday and Tuesday, more rain and maybe some bigger storms again and bigger rainfall totals next Thursday and Friday. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
All right, buddy, thank you so much. Off and running here on Thursday of Final Four week, and of course, most importantly, Easter.
Yes.
Been overshadowed. We're going to talk to Monsignor Mark Meridian later in the show.
He was at St. Matthew's for years and years.
Father Meridian was at St. Matthew's, became Monsignor Meridian. And number one, great man.
Yes.
And his look hasn't changed.
It's true.
He's the same age as he was when he was 27.
Very youthful.
Understand that.
But he can break down how things are for us this Easter season and during Holy Week.
All right, so we'll do that in just a bit. Producer Sam tells me about 500 were at the send-off yesterday.
That's right, yesterday afternoon. Yeah. We're happy about that. And, looked like maybe Barry Hauser's band director podium or whatever is what they were standing on with our AD, Josh Whitman, and, of course, Brad Underwood. Some people were talking about, are we going to get mad, Brad? So anyway, just really psyching up the crowd.
Kylan Boswell spoke as well as kind of the de facto team leader.
Okay.
Oldest guy. He and Ben Ben Hummerkaus is our old man. He's what, 23?
Right.
Something like that? Is Kylan Boswell still 20? He might be, because he completed his freshman year at Arizona at 17.
That's
He was done with his first, so he went early. And he's a real unbelievable senior that's not very old.
With his connections to Champaign, of course, they usually, when they introduced him during the home season, they'd keep him at the end because the crowd would go nuts for Kylan Boswell.
No, we're appreciative that he came home, and it's worked out pretty darn well for him. So we are getting ready to drive to Indianapolis. Lucas Oil Stadium is the site. And another producer, Sam, thought, number one, ISU plays at Hinkle Fieldhouse tonight.
At 8:30.
That's the Hoosiers gym, where they filmed the final game in the Gene Hackman hit movie, Hoosiers.
That's right.
So good luck to ISU. That's a tough draw with Auburn, but ISU's played great.
That's right.
Weren't the ISU women in the final? I thought they were in the championship games.
And
Illinois State's got it going on.
I know. And Ty Pence, of course, the St. Joe guy.
Yeah, right.
I'm hearing St. Joe is nothing but the red today in support with their schools and things like that. So great stuff for number 22, the 6'6 junior Ty Pence. Hopefully he'll make an impact during the semifinal round here, the NIT.
And another thought is that if Illinois were to beat UConn and if Arizona could beat Michigan, both could happen. Think about that. They're not going to send 70,000 people from Arizona to Indianapolis. The ticket prices will go down. If you wanted to grab a seat to be in the arena, the price will be friendly if it's not Michigan, because it's too far. I mean, there'll be a lot of fans because it's the Final Four, but there could be a lot of orange if the prices come. And when I say come down, the 300, right? I mean, it's still going to be... It'll be plenty. It's just kind of what it is.
It is a little insane. Now, we talked with our friends at visitindy.com, and that is a good resource to find out about the Final Four fan events that are going on, the music. In fact, something that was being brought up was the Reese's Final Four open practice.
That's 11 a.m., 10 a.m. Central, 11 Eastern, free. If you get Lucas Oil, you can walk in. There might be 40,000 in line.
That's right.
We get 55 minutes.
Doors open at 10 a.m.
Yep.
So
is it 10 Central or 11?
It's 11 is when the practice will begin for our lineup.
Eastern.
But the doors open at 10.
Which is
Eastern,
9. Right.
Which is 9.
Okay. So you leave at 7. You get there by when they open. I don't know. It's plenty of seats.
Sure.
You're going to see what you see. And you get as close as you can. But that's your chance.
That's the free stuff.
Yeah, and I'm sure Brad will unveil the super secret plays that he'll, because nobody would be filming. Anyway, that's cool. I mean, that's something you can do to support the Illinois if you happen to be over in Indy. It'd be a lot of energy.
That's right.
All right, how about the St. Louis Cardinals?
Yes, 11 innings, was it? Let's get the Redbird recap.
The Redbird recap is sponsored by Helitech Waterproofing and Foundation Repair. Heal your home with Helitech. With Ricky Horton, I'm John Rooney. The Cardinals are 4-2 as they leave for their first road trip of the season today. They'll play in Detroit tomorrow. But what a game against the Mets with Mason Wynn hitting a flare down the right field line that dropped in front of rookie Carson Bench. It scored J.J. Weatherholt, and the Cardinals won an 2-1 over the Mets.
Gordon Graceffo got the victory by coming in and getting out of a jam in the top half of the inning. Cardinals pitching was very good. Matthew Liberatore pitched very well. So did Peralta for New York, but the Cardinals were able to last out the Mets and somehow find a way to pick up that victory in extras.
Nolan Gorman was able to tie the game after Soto hit a home run as Nolan, with a 2-strike pitch, singled in the tying run.
Cardinals are getting a ton of 2-strike hits. You know that makes Brant Brown happy.
The Cardinals go to Detroit, where it'll be right-hander Michael McGreevy against lefty Framber Valdez tomorrow. The Cardinals beat the Mets yesterday 2-1 and 11.
Is your home showing symptoms of foundation issues? Your home's wet basement, dingy crawl space, musty smells, cracked walls, or unlevel concrete shouldn't be ignored. Helitech can help. Life happens in your home. You and your family deserve the best. Helitech offers proven solutions in waterproofing, drainage, concrete leveling, and foundation repair services. Contact us for a free inspection at helitechonline.com.
When the water's high, we'll keep your basement dry. Heal your home with Helitech.
Cubs win 6-2 over the Angels, so they'll take on the Cleveland Guardians starting tomorrow with day games heard on US 105.9 in that weekend series. And they're 3-3 on the season. We also had a loss from the Chicago White Sox 10-0. Let's see. It's mainly all about basketball.
Yeah.
Bill Self returning to
He is.
Kansas for the
how about that?
26-27 season.
I'm glad he feels healthy enough. He's had heart problems. So I'm glad. He probably didn't want to go out the way they went out. And kind of a choppy season for Kansas and Kansas standards. But,
right.
All right, Bill Self returns.
April 18th is Kylan Boswell's 21st birthday.
Unbelievable.
So he can start drinking then. But now he's 20.
He's finishing 4 years of college and 4 years of basketball and all your graduation. I presume he's graduating. That would be 4 years at age 20 is pretty dang good.
Yes, it is.
All right, 7:17. Our Stever today will be Bulldog Disposal.
Okay.
This is wonderful item to get a doggy bag, which is a 2 foot by 2 foot that unfolds to 6 cubic yards, which is a ton. Literally, it can be up to 2,000 pounds if you have tile. And so far, Phil says they haven't broken when he lifts it with his crane. Kind of a field trip for the kids to see all the stuff that you can't get rid of.
Very interesting.
It's about a $40 doggy bag at Do It Best. You can buy it. I'll have it delivered to your home if you're in Champaign County. I'm doing one of them, but with the fill, with the actual bag and the pickup, it's about a $220 value that I'm giving one person today. You can go to GoStever.com. It is up today there, or text in doggy bag to 217-359-2255. You can do it that way. That's fine. We'll see it, although we're inundated with Illini's today.
Yes, we are.
So the doggy bag from Bulldog Disposal, I'm giving one away for free. It's a program we developed to help you spend my money.
Yeah, it feels so good to do that spring cleaning and load up that Bulldog Disposal Bulldoggy bag.
We are giving away a David Merkovic jersey. David Merkovic has got this jersey.
An unusual signature with the MD kind of reversed. You know, everybody calls him Merck, so all good. Number 0 is here, and you can win it today.
Yeah, stand by. ESPN 93.5 with meteorologist Greg Solier's weather.
Logan, everyone, let's check weather for Central Illinois. Champaign and vicinity, as expected, the wet weather pattern into play. Boy, some substantial rainfall totals at 1 to 2. Some spots at 3 to better than 4 inches yesterday. More to come over the next 48 hours. We'll top out at 76 today. Scattered showers and thunderstorms in spots before the morning is done. Back in later this afternoon. Those could be stronger, locally severe. Highs up to 76. And note that south wind 20 to 30, gust 40 to 45 miles per hour. Windy milder tonight. Showers and thunderstorms around this evening, along with a chance for some stronger, locally severe thunderstorm activity early this evening. Scattered showers late, low down to 60 tomorrow. Unseasonably warm, partly sunny. A bit of rain in spots in the morning. Scattered showers and thunderstorms break out tomorrow afternoon again with a high up to around 77. Saturday outlook breezy, turning cooler. Showers and thunderstorms in the morning. Shower threat later in the day at about 68. Easter Sunday better, breezy, cooler, partly sunny and 53. Mid-30s for sunrise. Temperatures are back into the 50s for highs. Dry weather Monday and Tuesday. The rains are back in next Wednesday and Thursday as highs head back to the 60s. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
Within the cities we call home, UC Bank is more than a name. It's a commitment to your dreams. With Busey, trusted guidance is tailored to empower you every step of the way. Whether it's seamlessly managing your finances or planning for your future, Busey is dedicated to your financial success. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
And this is the Fox Business Report. President Trump says he's still seeking a diplomatic end to the conflict in Iran, but bound to hit Iran extremely hard in coming weeks. Investors see uncertainty.
Here's another home improvement insight from Kramer Siding and Window, a proud member of Prairie Home Alliance.
Getting new siding and windows is a part of good home maintenance, and it's also a way to improve your home's value and curb appeal. Kramer offers preservation siding and windows in lots of styles and colors. Shutters and trim will complete the look, and our online design tool will help you try before you buy. So start today and save 25%.
Call 217-355-2720, click on kramersiding.com, or visit the showroom in Champaign.
At F&B Wealth Management, it's not just about numbers, it's about people and communities. Hi, I'm Ryan Heiser, President and CEO of Fisher National Bank and F&B Wealth Management. Our team is united by a shared passion for helping you achieve your financial goals. We are equipped and eager to work together to craft personalized financial solutions just for you, including retirement planning, risk management through life insurance, long-term care insurance planning, and investment advisory services. Together, we will celebrate milestones, navigate life's transitions, and build a financial future that reflects your values. Experience the difference of a team that truly cares. Visit investwithfnb.com to learn more about dedicated advisors and start your journey toward a financial confidence today.
F&B Wealth Management is a division of Fisher National Bank. F&B securities are not insured by the FDIC, not a deposit or other obligation of or guaranteed by the depository institution, subject to investment risks, including possible loss of the principal amount invested. Securities, insurance, and investment advisory services are offered through Midwestern Securities Trading Company, LLC, MSTC, member FINRA, SIPC. MSTC and F&B are not affiliated.
F&B Wealth Management, supporting exceptional communities full of exceptional people.
Hey, Diane Ducey here at ESPN 93.5. Ellen Hook is with me from Ashley, and everybody's excited about the Final Four.
Yeah, and we're orange. We bleed orange at Ashley, so we're like representing. We're so excited.
And with the Friends and Family sale today, you've got some huge discounts between 10 and 7. Explain.
We do. So go Illini. We're taking 20% off your purchase, or you can take advantage of our 5 years, no interest, no money down, or no minimum purchase on all furniture in the store, including mattresses.
Now this spring, you've got Luxe, kind of a high-end designer brand.
So we are rolling out a whole new Ashley, and we'll have so many items in the store that look and feel very expensive, but are affordable. So you're getting name brand, high-end looks for the Ashley prices. And we couldn't be more excited about this launch. It's the best thing Ashley's ever done.
Of course, the weather's been up and down, but we're all kind of thinking about the spring and the patio furniture as it comes along with that.
We have some cute new looks for patio. It's really fun to see patio launch every year. I can't wait to see what people buy. We have several things in the store to look at. We have living room, we have some outdoor dining, we also have fireplaces. So come in and check out all the patio. You're going to get additional savings this spring because we want people to have it ready to go for summer.
Absolutely. And with the Friends and Family sale today from 10 to 7, definitely getting that percentage off.
That's right. You get 20% off everything in the store, plus an additional 10% off for the flash sale on all patio.
Nice. So, massage chairs. I have a little star next to that because I want that.
This has been one of the most fun things we've ever brought into the store. We're definitely testing internally for quality control, but we have 4 different massage chairs in the store. These things are luxury, and the price points are right. You can also finance for 5 years, no money down, no minimum purchase, and no interest for these massage chairs. The starting price point for them is $29.99, and they go all the way up depending on how many features you want. But if you don't have anything to do, just come by the store and try one of these out. I would love to get your feedback and check out all the fun things.
Nice. Of course, go Illini, and you can welcome to wear your orange as we do kind of a Final Four week here at Stevie J Broadcasting. But so excited to have you in the studio to talk about this sale and all the different things we can get. Where are we heading at Ashley Home Store?
You're going to go to 602 West Anthony Drive.
And as far as all the socials to find out some of the spring savings,
We
Ellen
post
Hook?
every day on Instagram at IL Home Stores. That's IL Home Stores, our handle. Or you can go to our website, ashley.com.
Jackson Hewitt knows taxes are complicated, and with multiple jobs and tax forms, they're like Sonata complicated. Our no surprise pricing keeps things simple. Jackson Hewitt does your taxes for only $149 or less. And since we know all the new tax codes, you could get thousands back. So what are you waiting for? Hurry. File with Jackson Hewitt today for only $149 or less, guaranteed. Limited time offer for new clients on federal returns. Participating locations only. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com/149.
At NCAA Championships, noise is made here. Memories are made here. Champions win here. The only thing missing here is you. The National Collegiate Men's Gymnastics Championships, coming to Champaign, Illinois this April. Get your seats at ncaa.com/tickets.
A lot of excitement around Champaign-Urbana and Illini Nation. Michelle Smallman.
Yes.
Michelle is on ESPN in the morning.
U of I alum, ILL.
Yep, and she did a top 5 on why you should root for Illinois.
Okay.
Michelle Smallman, University of Illinois, who was going to go into pre-med, and the 05 team changed her mind.
Well.
And she got into this, and she's a national morning host for ESPN on radio.
Mm-hmm.
So here was her number 1 on why you should root for Illinois. This was a national radio on hundreds of radio stations.
Number 1.
We've talked about how Coach was patient to get his dream job and to get to this position where he's coaching in a Final Four. We talked about the Vitches and how fun it's going to be for you to cheer for those big Balkans. We talked about letting it rip, how Illinois is going for it in a really fun way, and that is the way that all of us should approach everything in life. We talked about being overlooked. Keaton Wagler. People were not giving him the love and the shine he deserves. Illinois gave him a chance. He's a star. We've all been overlooked. But the number 1 reason why America should cheer for Illinois, we've never won before. We've never won before. I don't care what the metrics say about Illinois matching up against UConn, if they're favored, etc. We are the underdogs in this tournament. Anytime that you go to any article ranking the 4 teams left in the tournament, Illinois is last. We have been to the tournament 36 times. We've been to the Sweet 16 12 times. The Elite 8 8 times. The Final Four 6 times. We've been to 1 national championship game in 2005. But Illinois has never won before. And don't you want to be on the bandwagon if they finally get it done? Don't you want to say, as of a week ago, I became an Illinois fan and my support of them helped them hang their first banner? Come on, cheer for the underdog. Cheer for Illinois.
There you go, Michelle Smallman.
I love it.
And she apparently will be in Indianapolis thanks to Brad Underwood.
Yes.
So I think she's sitting where she'll see.
Okay.
So good for her, and that's great for the program to have that kind of PR on, 500 radio stations across America.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. Okay.
So we have our jersey giveaway coming up thanks to Body and Soul. They're at Route 45 and Curtis Road and Moe's Burritos, 723 South Neal Street. Today will be David Mirkovic for us.
Yeah.
And then this afternoon, they didn't have a chance to do the Andre Stojakovic jersey during the drive with Curtis Allen and Evan Stone. So they are doing that this afternoon because the Cardinals went into overtime and extra innings yesterday, and there was a rain delay in the beginning of it. So this Andre Stojakovic
that's
jersey,
good looking.
number 2.
If you go to an auction, these are $1,000 pieces at least, because it's fundraisers and stuff like that. You have a chance to win one, and Diane has it on whatever channel we're on today. I don't know. Are we still on YouTube?
Yeah, YouTube is Stevie J J-A-Y Show. So that's
you have to put Stevie J Show, but are we there today?
I believe so.
We haven't checked because we weren't there yesterday.
You're right.
X is the only thing we got right now. We don't know why. We are working on it. It's a technical mess.
And in X, it's Stevie J-A-Y
FM. Yeah. You can find us on X. I saw it streaming now there.
I'm Diane_Ducey, and I typically share, but anyway.
Are you streaming there? No.
I don't know.
Okay.
No, I haven't jumped through that.
I looked at that, so for sure, and again, this is just, I'm talking to the choir here because the people that want to hear it in Georgia can't get it. So because they don't know, it's just frustrating. And so we're working on it, trying to get things back up for streamers. Okay, so at 7:29 we will get this David Merkovich jersey.
Yes.
And try and see if we can find the winner on the phone. But next will be John Decker.
Right.
It is Thursday.
And then in about an hour, Coach Brett Bielema will join the show.
Oh, that's
as we
a
say,
pop-up.
go
We didn't
Illini.
expect that. All right, Brett Bielema. We'll see if he's an Illini basketball fan.
Oh, yeah.
Stand by. He'll be over in Indy, by the way. They've moved spring practices around a little bit.
That's right.
7:30.
When you're stuck on the road, you need help you can trust. Fast. That's where T-Pro Towing and Roadside Repair comes in. From light duty to heavy duty towing, they've got you covered 24 hours a day. With their state-of-the-art facilities, 3Cs, a division of T-Pro Towing, can repair semis to passenger cars at their Camargo facility. Service across central Illinois, including Urbana, Tuscola, and Camargo. Save their number now, 217-253-3450. That's T-Pro Towing and 3Cs. Ready when you need them, anytime, anywhere.
Papa, President Trump addressing the nation saying the war with Iran is winding down.
We are on track to complete all of America's military objectives shortly.
President detailed the urgency of Iran's nuclear threat. He framed the spike in energy prices as short-term and the American economy is able to absorb it. What he did not say definitively was whether victory can be declared without extracting Iran's stockpile of enriched uranium or signal whether ground troops may be going in.
Fox is checking hiring of the White House while the president promises to finish the job. Iran striking back, firing more missiles at Iran and its neighbors in the Gulf. Oil prices rising today. Same with the price of a gallon of regular gas up 2 cents, stopping at $4.08. That's from AAA. Diesel hitting $5.50 a gallon. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Department of Justice reaching a settlement agreement with the American Giants Museum in Atlanta, Illinois to improve access for people with disabilities. The settlement resolves an ADA complaint which prompted the investigation. The probe revealed that the museum's front entrance, bathroom, and outdoor exhibits aren't accessible as required by the ADA. Champaign Fire called out to a multi-family 3-story apartment building in the 2000 block of West St. John Street. They put out the fire in a good amount of time. They kept the fire contained primarily to the outside of the building. Good news, nobody hurt. One person was displaced. Vermilion County business owner receiving jail time after pleading guilty to tax fraud. Howard Keith Wilson sentenced to 3 years of supervised release. Prosecutors say he collected employment taxes from his employees but failed to turn the taxes over to the IRS from 2013 through 2020. Wilson was the sole owner of Wilson's Body Shop in Danville. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
All right, we check your weather forecast brought to you by the Urbana Park District.
Reminding you, summer camps, summer opportunities for work, maybe be a lifeguard. Now is the time to sign up before your opportunities pass. urbanaparks.org.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois, Champaign, Urbana this Saturday. Nice to get that welcome rainfall at 1 to 2, but pockets of 3 to 4 inches noted in some areas as well. Even a little higher in some areas of the Wabash Valley. Keep an eye on some standing water and the showers and thunderstorms back in as the morning wears on. And this afternoon as well, those could be growing locally stronger, severe. Highs up to 76 and that south wind too at 20 to 30, gust 40 to 45 miles per hour. Windy milder for tonight after mid-70s today, 60 tonight. Scattered showers and thunderstorms before midnight. Again, after midnight, some of those storms this evening could be having severe. Partly sunny, warm for the day tomorrow. Touch of rain early, scattered showers, thunderstorms back in for the afternoon and tomorrow night. High tomorrow at 77, back down to 62 for tomorrow night. And a Saturday high with showers and thunderstorms in the morning at 68. Dry weather, partly sunny, mid-30s for sunrise services Easter Sunday morning, 53 in the afternoon. 50s Monday and Tuesday, 60s next Wednesday, Thursday. Rain back in the forecast late next week as well. First TVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
Okay, well, we have something here we want to do, and we'll do this. I think we're going to do it right now. So we're gonna before we play the coveted theme.
Yes,
because it's really kind of a draw.
It's catchy.
It's a big deal. I'm now asking Mr. John Decker before we get started. John, we'd like you to pick a number between 1 and 315 to give away a David Merkovich signed jersey. One of our star players, number 0. Maybe number 1 in your heart. 1 and 315, Mr. Decker. What do you say?
4-4.
Okay,
44, Hank
I'm
Aaron.
going to it, and I'm going
She's
to find
going
that
to
out.
the videotape.
the
Ladies and
theme.
gentlemen, it's Thursday. John Decker. John Decker. John Decker. I want to talk to John Decker. He is the one we know. I want to talk to John Decker. He's at the White House in press room.
John Decker. John Decker. I want to talk to John.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, children and combines now singing the theme. America's journalist, only lawyer on press row, one of the guys that gets called on. In fact, I've got you number one on most questions asked President Trump in his second term. So,
okay.
It's got to be
I'm
close.
Up there.
Got to be close.
I think I'm up there.
Got to be close.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, there's a plethora of things to talk about. First of all, we're just all abuzz about the Fighting Illini. You were in Washington, D.C. to see the kid from UConn make the shot. You were right at courtside, man.
I was right there, courtside, just feet away, saw the whole thing play itself out. I've never, ever seen a game end like that for a consequential game. You know, the winner goes to the Final Four, and what a thrill to be there. I mean, it was just an amazing moment for UConn. It was obviously just heartbreaking for Duke losing that game.
I mean, Brad Underwood said he was on Zoom with somebody and missed the live shot of it. He, of course, has seen it many times since, but he said, I thought, wow, that was quite a shot. And then I felt bad for John Shire, the head coach of Duke, because that thing, 70-270, 10 seconds. Duke had a timeout. I guess you could have said, hey, guys, let's make sure that you don't have to do anything. Don't have to get across the 10-second line. I mean, the game's over. They got to foul me.
Exactly.
I make one. You probably won. I mean, it's tough. That was a tough one.
Yeah, it's tough. It's one of those. I've seen, ESPN quite a bit, play that play over and over from different angles. And I've seen, retired NBA players, and they say Duke will live with that loss, all of those players, the rest of their lives. There's nothing to erase that. It's just, it's too painful. And it's a game that they really should have won. They blew a 19-point lead, so it didn't just come to that one play. It was really the second half that they just lost it, and it's too bad for them.
Man, it is very hard, and it was some kind of miracle win. There's no doubt about it. So anyway, we're excited to be in the thing. We get UConn. They're obviously tough, and of course Arizona, Michigan on the other side. Most of the talk is about Arizona, Michigan being the game. That's the winner, and we'll see, John, because it's not a best of 7. This is a one-night deal, so we'll see what happens.
One-night deal. I've been impressed. I know you've been impressed. You've been telling me about this Illinois team throughout the entire season, how great they are, and they are. They're a great team. They're, it's remarkable that two teams from the Big Ten, are in the Final Four. That gives you a sense about how strong it is, that conference, and how you have to play, some tough teams throughout the season. And Illinois is ready for this moment. So I'm hopeful that they can. I think they can. I think they can definitely pull off a victory against their next opponent, UConn.
One thing else about John Decker you should know. First of all, White House Press Briefing Room is on your podcast every morning, 15 minutes of exactly what happened. Brief you for the day. It's on everywhere you get podcasts. White House Press Briefing Room with John Decker. You got to get that for sure. But I'm going to put up a Jeopardy $2 million sports Jeopardy with journalists only, and you'll dominate. There's no other journalist in those sports like you.
Yeah, no, it's true. I've been fortunate because the President Trump loves sports, and he does a lot of events regarding sports. And when I'm at those events, I look around the room and I say, "There's no one else here that knows anything about what the president's talking about or sports." And there are instances where I feel like it's my own private press conference with the president, just talking sports, which I'm very comfortable doing. I think it's great to talk about that.
Well, you're a PhD in tennis, especially, but man, I
do love tennis.
Yeah, John Decker, White House correspondent, national correspondent for Gray Television with 100 and some TV stations. You just said number 44 for our winner for the David Merkovich jersey. Brenda, are you there? Brenda, are you there?
Hey, Brenda.
What happened? Brenda.
Brenda.
What happened to Brenda? Can't get her.
Okay.
So something up with her phone?
I don't know. I could give her a call back.
Try calling her back.
One
Brenda,
more time.
are you there?
Brenda?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's my
good.
fault. Brenda, you there?
Yes.
There's Brenda. John Decker, famous journalist, lawyer, sat in the front row at the Supreme Court yesterday, made you a winner.
Way to go, Brenda.
Thank you.
So you got a David Merkovich signed jersey, and I don't even. It looks like it's in Balkan language or something.
That's
The way
right.
you signed it, what's it say? It says like ND. I don't even know what that means.
I think it's MD Merkovich David.
Okay.
Kind of backwards, but he uses the side of the M for the D, and we know he's kind of a character,
but a good character. Not
exactly.
Brad likes character, and he likes character, but not characters.
That's right.
And but Coach said about David, he said sometimes I feel like I'm talking to a kindergartner, but when he gets out on the floor, it's like unbelievable competitiveness.
Yes.
So Brenda Little, Tolono, you win this beautiful piece. It's a jersey that's signed by
great,
David.
Brenda. Congratulations.
Yeah, John Decker has pulled your name. Listen, hang on. We'll get the details for you to get that.
Okay.
Nice of you to make her day, John.
Yes.
Very nice. So, very good. Okay, John Decker, firstly.
Yeah, as you point out, what did you say? You said Hank Aaron, right?
Yeah,
44.
44. Hank Aaron.
Also, Reggie Jackson, Mr. October, 44.
He was pretty good, too.
Yeah, he was.
All right, so we have John Decker. We're glad to have you. Now we get to the meat and potatoes. Supreme Court, you were there. The President of the United States was there, which has never happened, where a president has watched a proceeding. It's about birthright citizenship. And I know it's amazing what the founders did and everything. There's no way the founders would have said, let a whole bunch of people from all over the world fly in and have their baby and have them just for the purposes of being a citizenship. That's abusing my intent, I think.
Well, let's keep in mind, this was not, the 14th Amendment is not a part of the Bill of Rights. It's not a part of the first 10 amendments of the Constitution, which was what the initial framers put together. But the 14th Amendment, the Citizenship Clause, is what was at issue yesterday before the Supreme Court. I was in the Supreme Court, and so was President Trump. So that was pretty unbelievable because that has never happened before. A sitting president has never been in the Supreme Court for oral arguments. And, Stevie, I had such a great seat. I felt like, I was at basketball over the weekend with Sweet 16 and the Elite Eight because I had such a good seat. I could view President Trump and his reaction to oral arguments during the course of the time that he was in the Supreme Court, and he was a poker face throughout the entire time. He was very attentive, but, he didn't react to anything. He didn't, shake his head or, mutter under his breath. He just was very attentive during the course of those oral arguments.
Wonder what he thought. Did he comment on that after at all or no?
Well, he put out a social media post. I think he could tell things did not go well for him, for the likelihood of winning this case. I think he's likely going to lose. That's based upon, just being in the court, hearing the questions, hearing what the justices had to say, liberals and conservatives. I think they're going to, rule that the president's executive order was unconstitutional.
Okay, so I think I heard one of them talk about the mess it would create. Is it part of the justice's obligation is to say, what will this do if we do this, or are they supposed to just rule on the law?
Just rule on the law. So you think about the tariffs case. One of the things, and the president lost on the tariffs case, recently. And one of the things that, Justice Brett Kavanaugh said is, what does this mean if we do this? It's going to create mayhem, in terms of refunds for tariffs that have already been paid. But the Supreme Court ruled the way it did. And, now it's going to play out in different courts in terms of whether or not those importers will receive refunds for the tariffs that they've already paid. So the Supreme Court doesn't pay attention to any of that. And this does have implications. If the Supreme Court were to rule in President Trump's favor, it would impact and likely deny citizenship to an estimated 200,000 babies that are born in the U.S. every year to parents who are not in the country legally. So that's a significant number. There's no doubt about that.
Well, and if I heard Jonathan Turley right this morning on Fox saying something like there's hundreds of companies in China, that's all they do is bring Chinese women in 8.5 months pregnant, and then they become the child's a citizen. And again, I can't think. All right, so I go to Thomas Jefferson. He wasn't part of this. I said, Thomas, what do you think? He'd go, huh? What are you talking about? You're going to fly in and just, huh? There's no way. That isn't what
What's
it was.
What's a plane?
Yeah,
First you say,
exactly.
what's a plane?
What horse are you taking across the border? Anyway, it's just, I know it didn't go well, and I think he probably won't get this one. But again, that's just going to encourage more to do it, I guess.
Well, it was interesting yesterday. John Sauer, he's the Solicitor General of the United States, and he was asked, how many instances are there of, this, birther tourism that's taking place that you just referenced, that Jonathan Turley referenced. And he didn't have a full answer. He didn't know the number.
I don't
he
think
said,
we know
I've seen
that.
media reports, but I don't know the full number. And so he couldn't answer that question that was posed to him by the justices on the Supreme Court.
Isn't that kind of a self-reporting thing? I don't think we know number.
I don't know. I mean, let's face it, self-reporting, but I think hospitals must know, right? The people don't give birth at home generally. They give birth in a hospital. So hospitals will know whether the parents, the mother or the father, were in the country legally.
Do you
So
think
can
they
get
keep?
the numbers
Depends
through
on
that.
where you are. They might not even keep a record like that because they're being bigoted. I don't know. Maybe they don't keep the number. It's just seems a little odd.
Well, it's on a birth certificate. I mean, look, I don't know.
Should be able to, but we really honestly don't know. And we don't know how many people crossed the border during Biden's year either. We have no idea, really.
Right. Yeah, it's an estimate, but it was a lot more than that are crossing right now.
That's for sure. All right. Last night the
I know
president
that.
spoke 18 minutes. What was your takeaway from that and your thoughts?
Well, one of the shortest speeches I've seen the president deliver, 20 minutes. That's pretty remarkable for the president. Stuck to that teleprompter. I didn't really hear anything new from the president, in the speech that he delivered last night. Nothing that I haven't heard from the president over the course of the past few weeks or seen him post on social media. So if you were hoping for something new concerning the Strait of Hormuz or, concerning gas prices, you came away from that address that the president delivered last night disappointed. The president did indicate that we're in the waning stages of this conflict with Iran, gave an indication 2 to 3 more weeks. But I think that it can't end unless that Strait of Hormuz is safe for those oil tankers to pass through without any threat coming from Iran.
I think, you could start the Hormuz and have escorts and things like that. And if there was a drone or a lone missile kind of a thing, I think that's when you take out everything they have. Electricity, oil, that'd be devastating. And 81% of the people that don't like the regime would be really suffering with them. But I don't know how you ever get rid of a threat. I just don't know if that's possible because there's so many rogue people. They turn into terrorists themselves, the people that from the Guard and everything else.
Yeah, I agree. I agree completely. So that's something that, is weighing on the president, and, as long as those high gas prices remain around, this conflict is not going to be a popular one because, we feel it every time that we fill up our gas tank. And I think what the president was pointing out is that when the conflict is over, those gas prices are going to come down sharply. That's a point that he's made quite a bit. He made it again last night in that address that he delivered to the nation.
If you like to gamble, you could always bet on oil for the next 3 weeks because it could really spike, but it might not. If something happens good, it'll dump like crazy. So it's called gambling.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Well, again, busy for you. You did the Supreme Court, and then you had to watch the president. It's a long day for you. Of course. Long day.
It was a long day, yes, but a long day for the president. I'm not going to complain. But I did have to get to the Supreme Court much earlier than the president.
What time did you go into the halls there?
So oral arguments began at 10 on the dot. But I was at the Supreme Court in the press area, the media room at the Supreme Court by 8 a.m., which is a little bit earlier than I normally arrive for when oral arguments take place, that I'm attending at the Supreme Court.
You have to check your cell phone, or how does that work?
Oh, yeah. And in fact, the president has to do that.
Really?
So, that's one of the rules. Absolutely. the rules apply to everybody.
That's
so,
right.
when I say the president was attentive, he was. He couldn't check his cell phone because no cell phones are allowed in the courtroom, and that also applied to President Trump. So, yes, you do. I keep all of my my laptop, my electronics in that secure media room for when I go into the court, and it's safe, and I come back out and write my story and check my texts and emails, and yeah, it was a long day yesterday. It was an unusual day because of that.
Well, John, speaking of what happened in the courtroom, Paul had texted in to 217-359-2255 about birthright citizenship will allow $1.5 million birthright Chinese to vote in our elections by 2030, and he's referencing The Invisible Coup by Peter Scheitzer, the author. So, yeah.
I know that's been going. There's a lot happening. I didn't realize there were hundreds of companies in China helping that happen in our country. But, John, I'm going to probably need you to run for president eventually so you can fix everything that is ill.
I'll fix it all.
Yeah, you could do it all probably in a week.
I'll fix it all, Stevie. Absolutely.
Anyway.
I'll make you something, whatever you want to be, Stevie.
Right,
I'll put you in the administration.
I don't know if I'm qualified.
You too, Diane.
Do they have dog catcher at the White House? Maybe I could do that.
You deserve a higher role than
Come here, baby. Come on.
There you go. That would be the zone, though, for Stevie right there. I love an animal.
John Decker, you are the best, sir. Your let me check. Number one on the journalist Stevie J ratings this morning.
job.
So well done with
Thanks,
that.
Stevie.
We appreciate your good work,
Stevie,
sir. Yep.
I'll be rooting for the Illini.
Yes.
Go Illini. I can't wait. I can't wait till Saturday. It's going to be such a great game. And I'll be watching and cheering on your team. And hopefully they can get past UConn and make it to the finals. And then, I'll be rooting for them there as well.
Appreciate it, John Decker. You are the man.
Go Illini.
And if we ever have you come to Champaign-Urbana, there'll be a lot of people that want to shake your hand. So we have to do that, man. We have to plan that.
That's right.
Thank you, John.
There you
We
go.
appreciate it very much.
Thanks, Stevie.
John
Bye,
Decker.
Diane.
That's
a
John
good
Decker live from near the White House in his office at home. John Decker, ESPN 93.5 with our weather now. Meteorologist Greg Solier, Nathanielson. Did you know? Coming up.
Logan, everyone, let's check weather for Central Illinois. Champaign-Urbana vicinity, as expected, the wet weather pattern into play. Boy, some substantial rainfall totals at 1 to 2, some spots at 3 to better than 4 inches yesterday. More to come over the next 48 hours. We'll top out at 76 today. Scattered showers and thunderstorms in spots before the morning is done. Back in later this afternoon. Those could be strong or locally severe. Highs up to 76. And note that south wind 20 to 30, gust 40 to 45 miles per hour. Windy and milder tonight. Showers and thunderstorms around this evening, along with a chance for some stronger locally severe thunderstorm activity early this evening. Scattered showers late, low down to 60 tomorrow. Unseasonably warm, partly sunny. A bit of rain in spots in the morning. Scattered showers and thunderstorms break out tomorrow afternoon again with a high up to around 77. Saturday outlook breezy, turning cooler. Showers and thunderstorms in the morning. Shower threat later in the day, about 68. Easter Sunday better, breezy, cooler, partly sunny and 53. Mid-30s for sunrise. Temperatures are back into the 50s for highs. Dry weather Monday and Tuesday. The rains are back in next Wednesday and Thursday as highs head back to the 60s. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
I think there's a lot of cussing in society today.
Yeah.
It's not a good thing, but
Right.
there was about an 11-year-old that was on X yesterday, and he had his sunglasses and binoculars and telescope, and a reporter said, why are you here? Why are you about, going back to the moon? I mean, why do you care so much? And he said, because it's a frickin' moon, and he didn't say frickin'.
Oh, wow.
And he's like 11.
Okay.
I said, well, that's funny, but
yeah.
What the heck?
I know.
What the heck? Didn't we have soap for that purpose? Soap and
Exactly.
wash your mouth out.
Wash your mouth out.
It is 7:53 on this Thursday. Nathaniel's son in Chicago. My son Nathaniel, who outstanding civil engineer, and just great at everything he does. But I'm not biased at all.
Yeah, right, exactly. That's believable, Dad.
Well, we welcome you back. Did you know your schedule is crazy these days? You really kind of have a path from Chicago to Dallas. You just are there a lot for a big project. So I know you're doing great, but you know how to fly from Dallas to Chicago and Chicago to Dallas.
Uh-huh.
So anyway,
I'll say the business travel isn't all that it's made up to be. I mean, of course, right. they give you they dangle the carrot in front of you to make sure you keep coming back and increase your status, but really, it's not worth it. I'll tell you all now. It's not worth
TSA
it.
lines have been better, I'll bet,
yeah,
though, right?
TSA a little better.
Yeah. TSA's been fine. And in fact, when we flew last week, we actually did not wait more than 2 minutes.
Nice. Good to hear, because they're getting paid at least right now.
That's right.
So, and actually, the Senate and the House are back Easter week.
Oh, wow.
They're trying to fix it today.
Good.
So we're hoping everything, but of course the ice and stuff like that. So, all right, Nathaniel's son, did you know? What do you got?
Well, Dad, today when did you know on a Thursday happens to fall on April 2nd. We can't not talk about the host of the show and the fearless leader here, and Dad being your birthday. And,
yes, happy birthday, Stevie.
I have such a unique perspective into your life, and there are so many stories that I think a lot of your listeners are familiar with, and even more that I'm familiar with that we could go through and all have a good laugh at, like the time when you were in college and you really wanted to take voice lessons from William Warfield. You went to his office, you were really bold in doing it, and you asked if he had time for you, and he said, "I'm so sorry, I don't have my schedule in front of me, but thank you for coming." Then you went down the hall to his secretary, you asked her to print off his schedule, you went back to his office and said, "Mr. Warfield, here's your schedule." And I'll never, for my whole life, forget the look that you impersonate that he gave you when you walked back into his office with the schedule.
I mean, I'm thankful.
But he took you?
He took me. I'm glad he didn't call security. But yes, he did. He did take me. It was awesome. Yeah, that's it. That's one I will always remember as well. So.
No, the funny part is that I don't think a lot of people really know about you, but I can attest from having grown up with you. You are actually a very good singer. So for any instance or opportunity that there's for you to sing for people, you're actually very good.
Yeah, many weddings in the area and stuff too had featured you, Stevie.
By the way, Nathaniel just randomly went and took voice lessons, and he's now praise leader at his church.
Nice.
And you're not good. You're darn good.
Awesome.
I mean, wow.
Well, so then let's all wonder where on earth I got that from.
There you go.
Your mother, like everything good, is from Janet. So that's right.
Anyways, now there are so many things, Dad. There's so many stories, but I mean the things that I admire most about you, really that you've instilled, and you've put it on display here on your show too. But is your faith. I mean, for my whole life, you have talked about prioritizing, and I've seen you prioritize your faith, and it has impacted me and my life, and now my family, and that is the thing that Dad, I am unquestionably most grateful for you. So happy birthday, and grateful for you.
God bless you, Stevie.
Oh, darn allergies. Man. Allergies coming in.
Tearing up.
Okay, so I guess that's it,
Maybe we should get the camera on you for YouTube too, Stevie. It's on me right now. Get it on you. It's your birthday.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
Nathaniel, you are the best. We appreciate you. Love Allison and love that little baby, Josephine Gray. Josie Gray is just amazing young lady.
So sweet.
Can't wait to see her and can't wait to see you guys. Thank you. We appreciate it.
All right. Happy birthday. Take care.
Love you, bud. Thank you.
Carolyn Castile, by the way, texted in first this morning. She has it on her calendar. She must at 359-2255.
Well, Carolyn, I'd like to know how long you've been listening to me, because I think we go back at least 40 years, maybe more. Well, I'm thankful to be alive.
Yes.
That's for sure.
Thanks for all you've done, Stevie.
The news will be next. That's Diane. I'm Stevie J. It's 7:58.
This is Paul Reekin with Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. This April, pick any day of the month. Don't miss our spring cleaning, scratch and dent, and or discontinued sale event of the century. We're talking 50, 60, 70% off the already reduced price.
Wow!
Now's the time to replace that dishwasher that's barely washing dishes. Here we have a dishwasher with a small dent on the door. Your kids are playing football in the kitchen every night while you're making dinner. It's gonna get dented anyway. Now you have a fully functional dishwasher and you saved $400. How about a refrigerator? Last year's model, not a single scratch. Save yourself $1,000 and put it towards a family summer vacation. Awesome! A new vent hood above your range. Be honest, you haven't looked at those grease filters since the late 90s. Buy a closeout hood and watch it shine from a room over for the next quarter century. It's the Dick Van Dyke Appliance World Spring Cleaning, Scratch and Dent, and or discontinued closeout appliance sale of the century. You don't have to rush. The sale is going on the whole month of April. Unless it's April 29th, you might want to hurry.
Wow!
Jesse with Land's Drain Cleaning. Do you have your sewer line cleaned every year? Are you constantly getting roots or blockages? Why deal with that headache year after year? Call Land's Drain Cleaning today at 217-355-5512 to have our expert staff come out, clean your line. We give you a free camera inspection, show you what's wrong, where it's at, and then we can offer you a repair for that problem so you don't have to deal with it again. Land's Drain Cleaning. Why call anyone else?
I guess that's not a bad question. How long have you listened to me? Mike says 1980?
Yeah, that's right.
That's early.
You can text in the year you started listening to Stevie.
Stevie J, how long have you heard my voice?
And that's the same for me. Of course, I saw you on the plays at Unity High School.
You were in one of them. You and King and I were.
I was in the King and I as one of your kids.
Isn't that crazy? All right, 217-359-2255. That is the Fisher National Bank text line. We take the news from Fox at 8 o'clock. You're listening to WSJK, ESPN 93.5, Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
This is a Fox News alert. More strikes to come in Iran. I'm Chris Foster.
We are on track to complete all of America's military objectives shortly, very shortly.
President Trump, in an address to the nation, says Iran will be hit very hard in the next 2 to 3 weeks.
The country has been eviscerated and essentially is really no longer a threat.
Iran's military warns of what it calls broadening and crushing attacks in response.
Shortly before President Trump's address to the nation last night, explosions were heard in Dubai, air defenses working to intercept an Iranian barrage. Less than half an hour after the president was done, Israel said its military was working to intercept incoming missiles. Iran's presidential office dismissed President Trump's speech as insane.
Fox's Jonathan Savage. Oil prices have been up around 10% since yesterday. The 4 astronauts on the Artemis 2 moon mission have been getting some work done, sandwiched in between 4-hour down periods for sleep.
They're going to be spending most of the day conducting checks around their Orion spacecraft, making sure that it's ready to go on to the moon. Engineers on the ground are trying to investigate the cause of a very temporary communications problem. It occurred about 51 minutes after launch. For just a couple minutes, the astronaut on the ground assigned to capsule communication had trouble receiving messages from the flight crew. It happened while the spacecraft was switching links from one communications satellite to another, and Mission Control quickly reestablished contact with the crew.
Fox's Jonathan Sari at Kennedy Space Center in Florida. There's no action on it today in the House, but the Senate has sent back to the House a bill that would end the partial government shutdown by funding Homeland Security, except for immigration and border enforcement, without reforms demanded by Democrats. That funding would be funded separately later. The plan was rejected by the House and President Trump last week. America's listening to Fox News.
I didn't switch to Pure Talk just because I wanted to save 50% off the same 5G service I'd been paying twice as much for. I switched because I like the idea of being in business with a wireless company that supports our veterans in a meaningful way. Pure Talk also creates American jobs every day by keeping their entire operation in this country. I appreciate that. If you feel the same, dial pound 250, say micro, and switch to an American wireless company that actually stands for something. Pure Talk.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/save. That's ethos.com/save. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
New unemployment claims were down last week. A few minutes to the opening bell on Wall Street, Dow futures are down around 620 points. An Indiana woman isn't dead.
For Deontra Meredith, the confusion started with a call to her utility provider, AES Indiana, telling her their records showed she was deceased. She says it caught her completely off guard.
Deceased. Dead. I'm dead. It was news.
Then came the request to email a selfie holding her driver's license and social security card to prove she was alive. That's when she pushed back.
I'm breathing. I'm talking to you. Have a pulse.
The issue was later traced to a mix-up with another woman who had the same name who had died. In a statement, the company apologized and says it's working to ensure something like this doesn't happen again. Matt Murphy, Fox News.
An NFL star has been away working on himself.
Los Angeles Rams All-Pro wide receiver Puka Nacua, who is being sued by a woman for alleged gender violence, assault and battery, as well as negligence, voluntarily checked into a holistic care facility last month. According to his attorney, Nacua entered rehab to improve his overall behavior in every aspect of his life, accused of having made unprovoked anti-Semitic comments on New Year's Eve when he allegedly left his teeth marks in a woman's shoulder by biting her, an action described as horseplay by Nacua's attorney, who said his client was in rehab a substantial period of time before any of these allegations broke, and he's scheduled to be there a while longer. Last season, Nacua celebrated a touchdown with a movement known to be anti-Semitic. He later apologized and said he had no idea of the significance of the move he had made. Jared Max, Fox News.
A gold Romanian helmet from 500 BC and 2 gold armbands stolen from a museum in the Netherlands last year are recovered, prosecutors say, after a plea bargain with 3 suspects. They're expected in court with more details to be made public at a hearing on April 14th. A third stolen armband is still missing. I'm Chris Foster, Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Champaign Bank warning Illini fans to slow down before buying Final Four tickets. They say fraud spikes around major sporting events, and scammers know fans are feeling the pressure to get into Indianapolis. The branch manager says to avoid buying through social media links on TikTok or Facebook Marketplace. Do your research. Champaign Fire called out to a multi-family 3-story apartment building in the 2000 block of West John Street. They're able to put out an exterior fire extending up the building from the first floor balcony. They kept the fire contained. The good news, no one was hurt. The person was displaced by the fire. Salvadoran national who previously lived in Kankakee County going to prison. Edwin Bonilla Mendoza sentenced to 15 months behind bars for being a removed illegal immigrant in the U.S. and resisting a federal officer. Prosecutors say Bonilla Mendoza was removed the country in 2018 but returned. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Moore.
Well, we've talked so much about Holy Week, Easter, the resurrection of Jesus. We've talked more Final Four than we have Jesus. So we're going to correct that here in just a moment because I want to talk about why we have Easter. Monsignor Mark Meridian will be coming up in just moments. Our meteorologist is Greg Solier. Sir, you are the best. It's our meteorologist knows how to do this work, and it's so nice to have accuracy the way you do. And what are you telling me for Good Friday and Easter weekend, sir?
Well, I think we've got still several more rounds to be coming our way, but folks heading over towards Indianapolis will probably encounter some of those rounds, waves, if you will, of showers and thunderstorms. So we'll get them to ebb and flow, but they continue on around here, and Easter should dry out nicely across our part of the world. Do we continue on here, sir, or do we have a sponsor to read?
Brought to you by Busey for over 158 years. Member FDIC. Way to go, Greg. You the man.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. All right. Now we'll continue on here so you can get to the Monsignor. Yeah, plenty to talk about here as we wind our way through Holy Week up to the Easter Triduum. I do believe I have said that correctly here. So Holy Thursday, Friday, Good Friday, Holy Saturday, and into Easter Sunday we go. And Easter Sunday will be dry and maybe a little damp and wet and muddy around the edges for sunrise services, but chilly. Temperatures mid-30s, but the last of the rain will be long gone. We get a couple of days next week of dry time and signs of a almost more robust weather pattern trying to get going here late next week. We'll keep you posted. In the meantime, a couple of spotty showers around. The range of temperatures go from the 48-degree levels at the Kankakee to near 50 either side of Champaign County to 65 to 70 already down towards St. Louis. It's the northbound warm front. We'll get into that warm sector. 76 late this afternoon. A couple of scattered showers and thunderstorms around this morning. Heads up this afternoon and evening time, not only on a general south-southwest wind gusting to 45 miles per hour, but maybe stronger severe storms. We're kind of on the cusp of at least an enhanced risk of severe weather this afternoon and evening time. Overnight lows tonight down to 60. The aforementioned showers and thunderstorms this evening and some hit-miss rainfall after midnight. Tomorrow, maybe a little rain in spots in the morning. Some scattered showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon on another boundary pushing back north of the area. High temperatures of around 77 as winds return to the south, down to the low 60s with periods of showers and thunderstorms for tomorrow night. For Saturday itself, showers in the morning, and those will continue eastbound probably not till early afternoon to the end around Indianapolis. So expect some wet travel if you're going to wait till Saturday to go out that way. 68 here and dropping later in the afternoon. As mentioned, partly sunny, breezy, cooler weather. Easter Sunday highs at 53. In the 50s Monday and Tuesday, back to the 60s Wednesday and Thursday, back to more wet weather as well next Thursday and Friday. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
is Easter week, the most important day on the calendar for Christians is Easter. Without it, we would not celebrate Christmas. Monsignor Mark Meridian, one of the tremendous humans I've met in my life, formerly of St. Matthew's in a lot of different places. Monsignor Mark Meridian, and I said earlier when we were going to have you on that you look the same as you did at St. Matthew's. I need to know, what are you doing?
I told you it's the good life that we're called to live, and when you do that, you don't age. You're there for the Lord's work, right?
I think we're going to, anytime we could start this, but we're going to make a summer where we're going to go to all the county fairs and have people guess your age and win all the teddy bears. All of them. Every single one of them.
Oh, that's great.
Anyway, great having you here.
I love it.
This is an exciting week for Illinois basketball. We've just been inundated with the response and the people. But I don't want to forget Good Friday. I don't want to forget Easter weekend. This is, am I right? Is this the most important day? Because the disciples scattered. They were scared. They were next. And then Jesus came back from the dead on Sunday. Unbelievable. It changed humanity.
An amazing 3 days. And it was correctly said, the Triduum, the 3 days, they all act as one because it's all a narrative of Jesus' offering of himself on the cross, his death, and then his glorious resurrection. And all of those are so intimately tied together because they are one element of Jesus' gift of life for us,
Yeah, and that the disciples, as much as they were with him for 3 years and saw the miracles and saw everything, and then he kept alluding to this day. And I don't know if they understood or got it or believed it. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that just like we don't always understand things right away or we can't see something until hindsight. And I think that was true with the apostles as well. They heard Jesus' words, they thought about it, reflected on it, and then eventually thought, well, maybe it's true, maybe it's not true, maybe there's something else I'm not getting. And then eventually, obviously, the Holy Spirit is the director of all of our thoughts, and the Holy Spirit confirmed the words that Jesus had given them, and they saw and believed. That's what we hear at the tomb when the apostles gathered there.
And my understanding is that if this was fake, the first person to know about it wouldn't have been a woman in those days, right?
Yeah, right, exactly, correct. Mary Magdalene, how about that?
How about that? And it's a woman. He's alive. And how many people he appeared to? I guess 400? Is that kind of the number?
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, and many, many people heard and saw the appearance of Jesus in varied ways. And it's truly an amazing gift that Jesus showed that he was coming back, that he was present to us, not only in the Eucharist, but also by his divine presence after the resurrection. I'm finishing a book by Dr. Gilbert Lavoie. He wrote this book on the shroud. Remember, we've talked about that before?
Mm-hmm.
It's published in 2023. It's just a great reflection of the Gospel of John and how the Shroud of Turin ties into all those beautiful things.
I don't know. I wasn't there 2,000 years ago, Monsignor, but I know human.
Neither did I.
Even though you have an age and make right. Anyway, I know people, and people are weak. We have a lot of weakness, and there's no way that Peter says, I'm not worthy to be crucified upside down. You have to put me upside down. They did because they saw him, and yet here we live in faith. But there's no way you rally. The Holy Spirit was huge. Nothing happens without the Holy Spirit either. We had to have that to start the church.
Yeah, think of the appearance after Jesus' death and resurrection in the upper room. The Holy Spirit strengthened the apostles. That's our confirmation, filled them with the Spirit so that they were no longer afraid. They were courageous, willing to share the good news of the Lord, and all of that became apparent to them in their hearts and in their minds. The great gift of the Lord's resurrection. So that experience, they were open to that, and the Holy Spirit really helped them to fulfill that God's plan in the world.
The only disciple I think at the cross was John, right? He was there with Mary and Mary Magdalene, and I think Jesus looked down and said, "Behold your mother." I think, in other words, take care of my mom.
Yep.
And she would
take care of my mom, and he said to John, take care of her, take care of the church. And, and that's where we have to care for each other on this world. Not only the vertical image of loving God, but then also loving our neighbor, brothers and sisters in the world.
Well, it's a daily task, and I feel sad for people that, if I just urge people that are curious to ask questions and kind of look into this. Now, I've heard it. No, you haven't. You haven't felt the peace that transcends all understanding, Monsignor. And I think that I wish that on everyone, because there's certainty there. Otherwise, aren't we like a hamster on a wheel over and over and over again?
Right.
And
Isn't that true? Yeah. It's amazing. That's why, like what you're saying, it takes time. Sometimes we're slow to believe, as the scriptures tell us, right? And that's where we have to pray for an increase in the gift of faith. And more people are responding, I think, to that invitation, especially in the church. There's really a resurgence of people coming into the church this year all throughout the world. And look at the world around us, and there's got to be something more than the craziness of our conflicts and wars that are taking place. And I think that's what people are looking for. They're looking for the peace that only Christ can give.
How long have you been a priest, Father? Monsignor?
32 years.
32 years. Monsignor Mark Meridian has, and we have gone in 32 years. I mean, some of the things we're talking about, some of the things, social media, some of the evil that is present is more real to me than ever in my life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's becoming more stark, isn't it? I've noticed that too as well. The really dichotomy between what is good and what is not good. It's very apparent. And Jesus said, you'll have this with you always, but don't lose faith. Have faith in me.
Could you tell us about the leadership in our church in this chapter with Pope Leo?
Yeah, how about that? I think that's really exciting. I love a lot of the things that he is really focusing on in his pontificate, calling really for world peace. Pope Francis did the same thing, care of the environment, care of the poor, care of those in need. And he's also in union with the whole church throughout the world. He wants to bring about the unity of the body of Christ. And I think that's why the Pope is so popular right now. He's just a regular Bob, a regular guy who wants the unity of the whole world, not just Catholics, but everybody.
And a White Sox fan. How about that?
Yeah, how about
that?
I don't know if you...
I'm sure that makes some people not happy, but that's all right.
I don't think there's a position like this, but if you can get a note to the Pope and just say, I'd like Monsignor Mark Meridian to be Vice Pope. Can we create a Vice Pope? I mean,
yeah, Vice Pope. How about that?
And I've been in the Sistine Chapel, and you look up at that window, and you're going, I just envision they're standing on each other's shoulders to reach the window. It must be it's just,
yeah.
And the whole church on this, you on my rock, I will build this. Peter Peter who denied Christ. It kind of started the whole Catholic Church.
Well, that just, I think that's another great image of how God uses weak, sinful people to really restore life in faith. And I think that's true of all of us. It's amazing that we don't want to recognize our sins necessarily, that holds us back. Rather, we want to recognize that it's God's grace who lifts us up.
That's right.
Monsignor, you are a conduit for God, and I really appreciate your wisdom, your words, the influence you have and have had on so many and will have. And really appreciate always having you on, because I think you're...
Oh, it's a joy. Always a joy. It's nice to be here on Holy Thursday, too. That's a nice
yes, it is.
Too.
Thank you as we remember Jesus this weekend. And please, if you're just dizzy and you don't know, please ask questions about Jesus. There's somebody in your life that will help you right now.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Monsignor, I really appreciate your time. Thank you so much for joining us.
Great talking to you both. Thanks, everyone.
Monsignor Mark Meridian, formerly St. Matthew's.
Yes.
He's up in Rock Island, the Quad City area.
And, under the Bishop of Peoria with
Diocese.
Louis
Yep. We love Monsignor Mark Meridian.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, taxes can be taxing. Rethink Tax Time with Busey. You're about out of time, folks. April 15, that's Tuesday. That's when whether you extend or not, you got to pay, or maybe get your refund. Chances are, if you're getting a refund, you've done that already. Typical taxpayer receives nearly $3,000. Make the most of your free refund this year by paying down bad debt, such as credit cards and private student loans, building savings, retirement, and investment accounts, or establishing and restoring an emergency fund. Tax laws are complex and change frequently. The experts at Busey suggest you consult your tax advisor for making investment and tax decisions. Tax laws are complex and change frequently. Go to Busey.com. Stop by one of their many convenient locations to get started today on your maximum refund. Check with Busey again around a year after the University of Illinois was founded. BUSEY, same name, 158 years ago, started a bank.
That's right.
Investment products and services not FDIC insured may lose value. No bank guarantee. All right, if you want to text, you're always welcome. 217-359-2255. I want to thank Ambra Sports Bar and Grill in Villa Grove for supporting our Fighting Illini and wishing them good luck. Along with Johnny and Bobby Kachaturian, they say they're number 1 and 2 fans in New Orleans.
Yes.
And the Fighting Illini supported by
Steve Tarrant, who would like to give a shout out. It's been a phenomenal year, looking for 2 more wins.
And Illini Mattress, also where Colin Boswell actually bought his mattress. That's Illini Mattress. They support our Fighting Illini. Thank you to all the businesses that have jumped on, just wanting to be in on this.
That's right.
All right, we'll be right back. ESPN 93.5 at 8:20.
Hi, this is Damon Hackelman, owner of Clean Right in Champaign. When disaster strikes your home or business, you have choices for emergency restoration services in Champaign County, and we're honored every time you choose us. At Clean Right, you're not calling a big national chain, you're calling a family-owned and operated company with deep roots right here in the community. We treat every customer like a neighbor, because chances are you are. Whether it's water damage, fire, storms, or unexpected emergencies, our certified and experienced technicians are ready with a 24/7 rapid response. We work alongside trusted expert partners to make the restoration process smooth and stress-free, guiding you every step of the way. Our goal is simple: to return your home or business to safe, clean, like-new condition as quickly and painlessly as possible. Learn more or request services anytime at cleanright.net. Clean Right, restoring properties and peace of mind across Champaign County.
It's great when hard work and experience are recognized. Hi, this is Ryan Heiser, President and CEO of Fisher National Bank. I am thrilled to share that Fisher National has been ranked 7th in the nation as a top lender in mortgage loans among banks with asset size of $300 million to $1 billion by our National Banking Association. This recognition is a testament to our lending team's dedication and expertise. After all, better banking experiences start with local people and local decision making. If you're in the market for a new home or considering refinancing your existing home, let our team at Fisher National Bank earn your business and trust. We offer competitive rates with low closing costs, and we locally service almost all of our loans. Come see us with all your home mortgage needs and experience the top-notch service that has earned us national recognition. Learn more at fishernational.com or stop by one of our branches today.
Fisher National Bank, exceptional communities, exceptional people. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Unbelievable. In this busy time with spring ball, tracking our Fighting Illini basketball team, the head football coach at the University of Illinois, Brett Bielema, to share a few minutes with us. Are you kidding me?
Thank you.
Pretty nice of you, Coach. Wow.
All good.
We're happy you're here, and I want to ask about spring football, but give me your take on what Brad's done with his team. And you're going over to Indy. This is huge. Does it help football?
Crazy.
Absolutely. You know, we actually had a official visitor in this weekend and battling out a couple other Big Ten teams for him, and they watched the game, and we're all into it, players and kids. So it's just really awesome, contagious feeling. I had the pleasure on certain days when we have a chance. I'll come in really early. I came in this morning at early, and then I buzz home and take my wife a cup of coffee, and I take my girls to school, and I walk in, and it's Illini Spirit Day today for my girls at school, and Bella has on the Brad Underwood sweatshirt that I wear that's got him screaming, and I literally laughed.
Nice.
That's so funny.
And then Brexley, she's a fan, but she's not going to waver off her favorite Luke Altmaier, so she's got a Luke Altmaier jersey on and just smiling ear to ear. It's just absolutely hilarious.
Well, you have little girls that are going to, well, not so little, they're growing so quickly, but you have kids, girls, that are going to be watching the NFL draft for Luke, for sure.
Oh, I promise you. I'm going to get stocked by NFL.com, whatever jersey Luke ends up going to. I promise you we're going to buy it out.
Yeah.
That is funny. So you're in all of this excitement, you have time to go over. You've adjusted spring ball and practice and everything else, but everybody's kind of wrapped up in this, aren't they?
Yeah, it's good. We had practice number 5 last night. We were on the grass last night till about 8:30. Come in early this morning, watch our film, prep, and then we get meetings tonight with our guys. Tomorrow we'll get practice number 6, and then Saturday morning we'll come in here early. But trying to get our guys. I got almost my whole staff is going over. Josh Whitman was able to make some tickets available for our guys. So really, really appreciate all Josh has done, and we'll go over there and get a chance to watch it on Saturday, and hopefully stay till Monday night and see where it goes.
I don't know if we've talked since the season, but dang, 19 wins in 2 years, most ever. I mean, Brett Bielema, this is significant.
Well, it's just a lot of fun. I think, obviously everybody saw all the social media between myself, Brad, and Shauna Green. Like, we're the only trio that an AD has hired, and we're the only trio that in 2 years' time has been able to put together wins in a postseason, wins in a tournament, both men's and women's basketball, 2 years in a row. No one else in all of athletics, the entire country, has done that. And it all starts with Josh Whitman. He's just absolutely awesome at what he does. He makes it such a great environment, not only for us as coaches, but our assistant coaches, our support staff, our families. It's just really cool time to be a part of the University of Illinois on so many different levels.
2 more minutes, and you're busy, and thank you for jumping on. But when you look at spring ball, obviously you're kind of assessing. What's your initial knee-jerk reaction of what you're going to have?
I like this group. I like them. We have about 50 new players in the building. We got about a 100-man roster, 110-man roster, and half of them are guys that have never been with us in any capacity before. I have 8 new coaches on my staff as well. So, today's kind of a cool day. We got about 25 teams from the NFL that are in today. For Gabe Backus is having a pro day today. He wasn't able to run 2 weeks ago, so we have another repeat pro day today with. Yeah, and I think my Proto told me, our NFL liaison, I think we got 25 of the 32 NFL teams just to watch him today. So, now when I go out to spring ball and I don't see Gabe Backus anymore on the edge, it's also concerning. But we got some new guys on defense, new guys on offense, got a new defensive system. It's been really fun to be a part of, and just a lot of really good things happening.
Just the tip for your defensive coordinator, to get 11 Devin Weatherspoons. You'll be fine. That's all you need.
It make life a little bit easier. I agree. It's kind of cool, too, since we've been here, right? Like, I think, I know Spoon's already under contract talks. I think next year when the NFL season kicks off, the highest paid safety in NFL history and the highest paid corner in NFL history would have both been here at the University of Illinois. And that does wonders for us in the recruiting world as we move forward. So that's a really, really cool thing to celebrate.
You get him in there. Devin Witherspoon improved exponentially under you, and you've done that before. So this is a place to get to the league, and I know that the kids know that. We're excited for you, Brett. You are the man. Congratulations on everything and what's moving forward. We're fired up to follow the fighting line. The more people are going to keep coming to Memorial Stadium because of this, man.
That's right.
We're super excited. Really cool moment in time, and let's just enjoy it and not take it for granted.
You got it. Hey, thanks for jumping on.
Thanks for being
appreciate
on.
it.
Absolutely. Take care. Bye-bye. ILL.
I. He almost forgot that.
I'm kind of waiting for the out cue on
I was waiting for it, too. I said, thanks for see you. ILL. Got it covered.
Go Illini.
INI. ESPN 93.5.
Actually, I called a provider. It was just going to be a while before I could have service, and I couldn't wait, so I was recommended to Classic. Professionalism, their dependability, credibility, and the service technicians. I wouldn't ever call anybody else.
I truly believe that after people have experienced other companies and then given us a try, they can clearly see the difference.
Visit ClassicPlum.com.
Hi, this is Michelle Lake with the Philo Exchange Bank. At Philo Exchange Bank, we believe that banking should feel personal. Whether you bank online or stop in to see our friendly team, we are here to support your financial goals every step of the way. Visit us at any one of our locations in Philo, St. Joseph, Allerton, Broadlands, or at our newest branch in Tolono, opening this spring.
Philo Exchange Bank, hometown community banking since 1883. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
When the storm rolls in, where will you go? Don't wait until it's too late. Protect your family with a custom storm shelter from Berg Septic and Storm Shelter Services. At Berg Tanks, their shelters are fiberglass and plate steel safe rooms that can be installed in your garage or exterior, in ground, or on a concrete pad. Built to withstand the toughest storms, giving you a safe, secure place when you need it most. Whether you need a compact unit for a small space or a larger shelter for the whole family, they've got you covered. Their expert team handles everything from excavation to installation so you can have peace of mind before the next storm strikes. Berg Septic also specializes in septic pumping, new system installation, grease trap cleanings, repairs, and maintenance plans to keep your home running smoothly. Call Berg Septic and Storm Shelter Services today at 217-367-8632 or visit them online at bergtanksinc.com. That's bergtanksinc.com.
The 22nd Annual Festival of Quilts is happening Friday, April 10th from 9 to 5 and Saturday, April 11th from 9 to 2. This signature fundraising event at Cunningham Children's Home, 1301 North Cunningham in Urbana, supports nearly 1,000 youth and families served each year. Quilters from around the area are honoring the tradition started in 1895. A $10 donation at the door is suggested, with kids 10 and under free with a paying adult. Don't forget to buy a treat at the bake sale, April 10th and 11th at Cunningham Children's Home. It's the Festival of Quilts.
Here's what somebody recently said at Pards in Urbana. I was there just a few minutes, and somebody came up and asked if I needed help. And they were incredible, helped me find the size of boot I needed, and then I bought a second pair too. Everything was friendly, everything was excellent. Visit Pards in Urbana, 206 North Maple, between Main and University in Urbana. It's Pards Western Shop since 1968. Or go online and visit pards.com, pards.com. And congratulations, Brenda Little. She won the David Merkovich jersey.
Yes.
This afternoon, Andrei Stojakovic. Monday, when we cap it all, Keaton Wagler.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fox News, I'm Therese Crowley. We are nearing completion, says President Trump in his address to the nation. Operation Epic Fury will hit Iran hard for the next 2 to 3 weeks, saying Iran is the bully of the Middle East no longer, but the nations who use oil from there must protect the Strait of Hormuz.
We will be helpful, but they should take the lead in protecting the oil that they so desperately depend on.
With the price of oil shooting up today, oil traders worried about the president warning the U.S. will hit every electric plant in Iran if their leaders don't make a deal. The president's speech saluting NASA's Artemis II crew on the way to orbit the moon.
This is Victor. We are going for our families.
MS1. This is Christina. We are going for our teammates.
MS2. This is Jeremy. We are going for all humanity.
America's listening to Fox News.
I think it's great. Zipping around the moon, Artemis 2.
That's great.
Pretty exciting.
So exciting.
When Dakota began the home buying process, it quickly became clear that the first agent that he worked with just wasn't really focused on all of it that he needed. He really needed it. So Dakota talked to Tish with the Nate Evans Group. Tish took the time to guide him through every step of the process, patiently answered any questions, and made sure he understood exactly what to expect.
A smooth transition from selling your home to buying your next one. And Nate partners with lenders who have creative banking solutions to drastically reduce your down payment and avoid having 2 mortgages at once. There's so many connections with this team and so much experience. Every person on Nate's team has been more than 100 home sales in their career. So you know it's a friend you can trust who's well connected to our community. Call the only agent I would call if I needed to sell my home. It's Nate Evans, 217-239-7113. You could do an online search to Nate Evans Group and start packing.
Sell your home with Nate. Pick the price, pick the day. Go to theNateEvansGroup.com.
When time matters, proximity counts. Fly Champaign-Urbana and start your trip on schedule. American Airlines connects you through Dallas and Chicago, linking you to business centers across the U.S. and beyond with connections to over 200 destinations. Be efficient, be connected, be home sooner. Fly Champaign-Urbana Willard Airport. Local convenience, global reach.
Drive in, drive out. Recycling's what Max is all about. You can make some cash and do your share. We make it really simple because we care. It doesn't matter large or small. Our friendly staff will handle it all. Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Here's a look at local news. Champaign Fire called out to a multi-family 3-story apartment building in the 2000 block of West John Street. They're able to put out an exterior fire extending up the building from the first floor balcony. They kept the fire contained. The good news, no one was hurt. The person was displaced by the fire. Salvador national who previously lived in Kankakee County going to prison. Edwin Bonilla Mendoza sentenced to 15 months behind bars for being a removed illegal immigrant in the U.S. and resisting a federal officer. Prosecutors say Bonilla Mendoza was removed the country in 2018 but returned. Champaign Bank warning Illini fans to slow down before buying Final Four tickets. They say fraud spikes around major sporting events and scammers know fans are feeling the pressure to get into Indianapolis. The branch manager says to avoid buying through social media links on TikTok or Facebook Marketplace. Do your research. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Jesse with Land's Drain Cleaning and Underground Solutions. Hey, do you have sewer blockages, problems? Are your toilets gurgling? Why deal with the headache? Call Land's Drain Cleaning and Underground Solutions today. We can come out and clean your line, camera it, show you what the problem is, and then we have an expert underground team that can make those repairs. 217-355-5512. We are here for you when you need us. Land's Drain Cleaning and Underground Solutions. Why call anyone else?
When you're stuck on the road, you need help you can trust. Fast. That's where T-Pro Towing and Roadside Repair comes in. From light duty to heavy duty towing, they've got you covered 24 hours a day. With their state-of-the-art facilities, 3Cs, a division of T-Pro Towing, can repair semis to passenger cars at their Camargo facility. Service across central Illinois, including Urbana, Tuscola, and Camargo. Save their number now, 217-253-3450. That's T-Pro Towing and 3Cs. Ready when you need them, anytime, anywhere.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois, Champaign, Urbana this Saturday. Nice to get that welcome rainfall at 1 to 2, but pockets of 3 to 4 inches noted in some areas as well. Even a little higher in some areas of the Wabash Valley. Keep an eye on some standing water and the showers and thunderstorms back in as the morning wears on. And this afternoon as well, those could be growing locally stronger, severe. Highs up to 76 and that south wind too at 20 to 30, gust 40 to 45 miles per hour. Windy milder for tonight after mid-70s today, 60 tonight. Scattered showers and thunderstorms before midnight. Again, after midnight, some of those storms this evening could be having severe. Partly sunny, warm for the day tomorrow. Touch of rain early, scattered showers and thunderstorms back in for the afternoon and tomorrow night. High tomorrow at 77, back down to 62 for tomorrow night. And a Saturday high with showers and thunderstorms in the morning at 68. Dry weather, partly sunny, mid-30s for sunrise services Easter Sunday morning, 53 in the afternoon. 50s Monday and Tuesday, 60s next Wednesday, Thursday. Rain back in the forecast late next week as well. First TVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
And now, a brand new show called Smoke, where we help you with your grill and making the best meat ever. With award-winning competition pitmaster Tim Onstadt. Smoke in Tim's Grill. He's the best brisket maker ever. Smoke in Tim's Grill. And now award-winning competition pitmaster Tim Onstadt. On the road to his first competition this year, he and Donna, Tim and Donna, are ranked number 1 in America and number 1 in the world on best brisket maker and everything else, meaning you're the best.
Yes.
You're the best.
Preseason rankings don't matter.
We should have this as like walk-up music.
Yeah,
when
this
you're
is walk-up music. When you walk up to the brisket to check it, we need to hear this.
That's right.
Smoke in Tim's Grill.
Little Deep Purple.
Have a little uniform and little chorus right by you every time. Every time you open it, I should sing. Every time. People.
Well, we're hanging out here at Nakalula State Park and Campground for the Alabama State Championship.
Yeah.
70 top-notch teams coming in, so we're just hoping not to get last.
All right, so if you finish 69th, it's be a great weekend. So we're thinking Tim and Donna will finish 69th. Let's see how they do. Let's just see.
Well, that's going to be a challenge, though. We realized this morning that we forgot all of our thermometers and probes.
Dang
and all
it.
Of that stuff now.
Oh. Can we go buy? I mean, you got to go buy one, don't you?
No, we're going to cook naked. That's just by sight and feel. You know, we're going to just feel it and look at it, go by sight and feel,
and that's basically what we do anyway. We just use the thermometers to confirm what we think, and once in a while we're a little off, but I think we'll get close enough to at least get it done and cooked right for the judges, hopefully.
Sounds like you just went to the Final Four and forgot your sneakers. That's what it sounds like.
That's what it's like. Yes, we went to the Final Four, didn't bring any shoes.
Dang it! You just have to get stick them for your socks or something. Anyway, we'll look forward to hearing. And it's I've never heard that term. Could you guys put your clothes back on?
Yeah, cooking naked.
Yeah, it's a
Heck yeah.
distraction. We know you look like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Tim, but gosh darn. Anyway, Tim Onstad. All right, well, we're rooting for you, and you'll keep me up to date, I trust, with how that's going.
Yep, we prepped the route down here to Alabama for you for tomorrow.
Yeah.
So it looks it's clear and sunny right now, but we'll have a little bit of weather, I think, on Saturday.
And what are the categories you're cooking in?
Chicken, pork ribs, pork shoulder, and brisket.
Man, that's busy. That is really busy. That's a lot.
Well, it's four totally different meats that you have to have completely done and ready and all pretty for the judges in 30-minute increments. So that's the challenge, is getting them. Anybody can cook a brisket or ribs or something and have it all good, if they're just doing one at a time. The hard part is doing it all and getting those turn-in times met and all pretty.
Yeah. Do you have the guts at the awards show Saturday to say, people, Eli and I are playing in a half hour. Could we speed this up?
I'm going to try. We've got the outdoor on the TV on the RV ready to go, and we're going to be pulling up the big game on Saturday as soon as awards get done. So,
all right.
I may step out a little early. If it doesn't look like we're doing good, I may step out a little early. So.
Sounds good.
All right, Tim Onstad, a dedicated diesel. Man, you guys are growing quickly with what you can do. Tell people what you can do in Urbana for their big truck.
Well, the big news for dedicated diesel is our safety lane will be back open again soon. That's for the state safety stickers on commercial vehicles and farm trucks. The people were there Tuesday to fix the brake tester, so it's going to be up and running here shortly. And I actually got a call from the district state guy about 15 minutes ago that he's ready to go as soon as they have that and can get us certified again and open back up.
Well, that sounds good. At Gale Forex Trucking, do you still need a driver or two?
Yeah, we're looking for a couple of top-notch portal guys to come in and do the right things with us, get some good home time, make some money, and actually have the chance to be a professional in a business that has not been very professional nationwide in the last couple of years with all the fake driver's license and things going on, and we want to give them a good home that they can be proud of.
Well, listen, you have your drivers home on weekends and they make good pay. That's a heck of a deal for a truck driver.
Yes, it is. The home every weekend thing is big for us, and it's big for our drivers. It gives them a chance for a quality home life that they won't get with a lot of other companies that keep them out 3, 4, 6 weeks at a time. And then we've actually brought a couple of people back into the business that have been out for that very reason here recently. So it's important, and it means something to those people.
You bet.
That's great.
On the road with Tim and Donna Onstad, how can people reach you anytime, anywhere?
Hey, they can get me at timo@gftlog.com on email. They can call my cell phone, 765-505-1295, or call the office at 765-793-7131, extension 4.
You can always reach out to us here. We have those numbers, too, if you need them. Tim Onstad on the road. Listen, can't wait to hear, and good luck. Hope it goes really well.
Well, you have a safe travel down here to Alabama, and we'll be in Alabama together but apart. So
That's right.
Good luck and have a safe trip.
Thank you, Tim.
We'll talk to you next week.
You got it. Tim Onstad, Gale Forex Trucking, dedicated diesel, smoke, ESPN 93.5.
At Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery, we're flooring people with amazing service, great design advice, and unbeatable selection and the best prices in town. It's the perfect time to update your home with waterproof flooring, carpet, hardwood, tile, and more. Then complete your rooms by shopping our incredible selection of furniture and accessories. We also offer great financing options. Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery. We're flooring people.
Stevie J here. With Nate Evans of eXp Realty, you'll always get a stress-free sale for the most money.
Sell your home with Nate. Pick the price, pick the day. Go to thenateevansgroup.com.
Here's another home improvement insight from Kramer Siding and Window, a proud member of Prairie Home Alliance.
Your roof is your home's best protection for the elements outside. And that's why Owens Corning Roofing is designed and tested for superior performance. Kramer is a Platinum Preferred contractor hand-selected by Owens Corning. So start today and get 10% off the best roofing from the best roofing professionals.
Call 217-355-2720, click on kramersiding.com, or visit the showroom in Champaign.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Reefstack. I'm the co-owner of Shimmer and Chic Boutique.
We can help you get dressed for Easter, Mother's Day, graduations, and so much more. I'm Taylor Reefstack, and I am the co-owner of Shimmer and Chic Boutique. We are a women's clothing boutique located at 101 North Main Street in Tuscola. You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook under Shimmer and Chic Boutique. You can also join our Facebook group called Shimmer and Chic VIP to find all the latest deals and new items.
So fun in the spring. And if you've been dreaming of a new home or thinking of ways to make your home all it can be, dream no more. Fisher National Bank works every day to help turn dreams into a reality with their experienced mortgage lenders, competitive rates, fast approvals, local servicing. Their mortgage experts will guide and support you throughout the process. Start your journey today at any location or begin the application online at FisherNational.com. They can't wait to welcome you home. Fisher National Bank, exceptional communities, exceptional people, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Urbana Park District is hiring. Are you looking for a summer gig or a side hustle? With great jobs as a lifeguard, camp counselor, grounds crew, customer service representative, and other opportunities. Young adults getting a first job to boost their resume. Line up a new gig that's convenient right along the MTD bus line. Learn more about the job openings online at urbanaparks.org. Make some money, serve the community, make connections this summer with the Urbana Park District. Looking for bold, authentic Mexican flavor right here in Champaign? Head to Moe's Burritos Bar and Grill, 723 South Neal Street, next to Bacon and Bim Buskirk. You'll find fresh, flavorful tacos, loaded burritos, and cheesy quesadillas. Best of all, the prices are perfect for college students and families. Moe's Burritos Bar and Grill, a hidden gem for authentic Mexican food in Champaign, 723 South Neal Street, next to Bacon and Bim Buskirk. Or check out the food truck with Moe's Burritos. Check out Moe's Burritos Restaurant on Facebook.
All right, ESPN 93.5. Rob Judson is going to jump on Monday. He'll be in Indy. There's a coaches convention on the weekend. And so coaches from everywhere just get together and mingle and talk about stuff and interview. And
Is that also in Indy?
It's in Indy. It's
wow.
Final Four every year is always a coaches conference. That's where you say, man, that's a small world. He knew him from them. And,
yeah.
And so they hire assistants through a lot of that. They have a lot of meetings and a lot of talks, and they get a lot done because, coaches move around all the time.
Right.
So
and with Rob's ties, of course, U of I taking on UConn, 5:09 on Saturday, Lucas Oil Stadium, but also ties to our number 4 seed ISU taking on number 1 seed Auburn in the Hinkle Fieldhouse at 8:30 tonight in the NIT semifinal.
Pretty cool. Good luck to the Redbirds, and good luck to the Illini on Saturday. Rob's going to jump on Monday, and we'll talk about whatever.
Sounds
maybe
good.
It's a final. Maybe we don't care about basketball anymore. Well, listen, this is a great year no matter what at this point.
Absolutely.
Pretty wonderful.
What is most important to you in your life? This is Eric Boland with Provident Financial Group. Whether you're launching a career, raising a family, planning for retirement, or creating a legacy, we can help. At Provident, we provide strategic thinking and perspective that help clients like you realize their goals. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
You ever notice how 1 yard yard on the block just looks better? Since 1977, Spring Green has been the locally owned neighborhood lawn care, pest control, and tree care expert right here in Central Illinois. Not cookie-cutter treatments, real tailored care from professionals who live and work where you do. So your lawn, greener, your trees, healthier, your backyard, ready for everything spring throws at it? Visit spring-green.com and see what your yard's been missing. Spring Green, local, trusted, growing strong since 1977.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Hi, I'm Tyler Weaver, president of Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery. It's time to come home to Carpet Weavers. We don't want you to just like your new floors. We want you to love them. From waterproof floors and carpet to furnitures and design advice, we've got a team of experts on your side. We'll get you the best price and the best quality products. And complete your home with furniture and accessories. Buy it all with free financing too. Come home to Carpet Weavers, where floors, furniture, and family meet.
All right, Diane's got somebody on the phone. Hello.
Hello, happy birthday, Stevie J.
Johnny
and Bobby.
Yeah, well, I got it right in front of me. It says, Fighting Illini going to the Final Four. New Orleans number 1 and 2 fans, John and Bobby Cacciatore, say go Illini.
Go Illini.
How about that?
Go Illini.
Well,
You made it, Stevie J.
One more year.
Another year, and thankful to be alive, Johnny. You've been a ginormous part of my life, and I thank you so much for everything. And Bobby, I suggested he marry you, so that's part of me too. So
Well, that's true. And Bobby, Diane, I asked Steve about Bobby. She's definitely wife material.
Okay.
I think I was 14 when I said that.
But, in 1959, Dr. Wilson delivered both you and Bobby, just not on the same day.
No kidding. Wow.
I think it was at the same place, though. But, those were the days. 1959, Eisenhower was president, and it was a different era, Stevie. If you wanted to pick a time and a place to be born in the last 3,000 years, I don't know if you could have done any better.
Right. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Well, Bobby, thank you. And I think I'm way older than Bobby, aren't I? I forgot.
Well, no, you're not way older than Bobby. As a matter of fact.
Only a few months.
No, you're older than her.
I was born in January.
Yeah,
Steve.
that's
You
right.
were.
Well, Johnny was 4, and he was reading the Wall Street Journal. And remember when you were born, Bobby? That's what he tells me.
Yeah.
I remember. Oh, no, we had
He's always been brilliant. He could read at that age.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And
chapter
listen,
books. Yeah.
I also was delivered by Dr. Wilson, but he broke my collarbone, and then to make matters worse, he smacked me on the butt until I cried, which was uncalled for. And I'll tell you, I grabbed it by, and I just said, just call me when Bobby's born.
That's right,
And,
exactly. And you guys, we're talking about, 47, 48 years, 49 years? I mean, it's a long time now.
What's that?
How many years have you been married? 48? 49?
Oh, we'll be 48.
Wow, that's
48
September.
years.
Yeah.
And,
Yep.
But Diane, we're coming home to Philo. We'd been in Philo 2 months.
Okay.
We'd already met those Daily boys out there because Mom heard there was another lady with a bunch of boys. And Bowie was 4. And so I'm leaning over the front seat, and Steve's in one of those kind of woven baskets right in the middle of the front seat. There wasn't a seatbelt within like 10 miles of that car. And
that's right.
And the car seat meant the seat in the car where you sit. There wasn't anything. There wasn't invented. And I'm leaning over the seat looking at him. Greg's leaning over the seat. Mary's too little to reach over the seat from the back seat. We were looking at you, Steve. You were sleeping like a baby.
That's right.
That's so funny. Johnny and Bobby, we love you. Thank you so much.
Thanks for checking in
Appreciate
on his
it
birthday.
very much.
Glad you were born. Thank you, Stevie and Diane. Go Illini.
Go Illini.
With like Lands Inc., we specialize in, we've got an amazing HVAC department that takes care of your furnace, your heat system, air conditioning,
Some
they do
pumps,
that.
yeah.
And for us in underground, we take care of all your pipes that come into your home, leave your home, and work around your home to keep it dry, your drainage system, sump pumps, things like that. And exactly what you said, if you don't know, a couple decades ago, it was more like, oh, something broke, go fix it, repair it, no big deal. Well, now with the technology, we have cameras, like you said, that we can come in on these orange comfort clubs, and we can camera your sewer lines underneath your house and check them out just to make sure they're fine. If there's something wrong with it, we can show you right then. Truth is in seeing it.
Yeah.
We show it to you, and then you can plan as a homeowner for making those repairs or dealing with that issue later on. If it's an immediate need, at least you're not caught off surprise.
That sewer camera inspection with a proper clean out. I was just learning more at landsinc.com.
Here's the deal. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $889. State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow is ready to help you combine home and auto and save right here in Champaign-Urbana. Call 352-1411 today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Average annual per household savings based on a 2019 national survey by State Farm of new policyholders who reported savings by switching to State Farm.
Drive in, drive out. Recycling's what Max is all about. You can make some cash and do your share. We make it really simple because we care. It doesn't matter large or small. Our friendly staff will handle it all. Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
This is Eric Boland with Provident Financial Group. Unfortunately, there is no one-size-fits-all retirement plan. Finding the right plan for you depends on many factors. The good news is we can help improve your retirement readiness, whatever your situation. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
Appreciated having everybody on here this morning. Monsignor Mark Meridian. We had Brett Bielma. Thank you to Diane for setting that up.
No problem.
All right, listen, we'll kick off a Good Friday and Easter weekend tomorrow on the radio. Thank you, Diane.
Enjoy the day.
That's Diane Ducey. I'm Stevie J. Thanks for listening. Have a blessed day and a blessed weekend. We'll talk soon.
Looking for a warm, welcoming place to relax in Tuscola? Stop by Hometown Grounds, where great coffee and great company come together. They're proudly serving Mad Goat coffee, so you can enjoy a rich, delicious cup while catching up with friends. And if you've got kids, no problem. There's a special play area where they can have fun and you sit back and relax. Hometown Grounds is a gathering place for the whole community and perfect for meetings. Come see what everyone's talking about in Tuscola. Visit hometowngroundscoffee.com and plan your visit today.
Hi, I'm Troy Lands from Lands Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Right now at Lands, it's a great time to buy a new Trane heating and cooling system. We are offering special financing or up to $1,500 off any qualifying Trane system. At Lands, we know what it takes to deliver exceptional comfort, and we offer a 100% satisfaction guarantee. So if you are thinking of a new comfort system, now is the time to buy. And remember, it's hard to stop a Trane. I'm Troy Lands, and you can count on my company because you can count on me.
Congratulations.
When you make the right decision, it feels good, like picking the perfect accent rug or choosing a good night's sleep over an all-night crime show binge. It feels really good to make the right insurance decision, too. That's why State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow is right here in Champaign-Urbana to help you select the right protection at the right price. Kurt will make sure you understand your State Farm coverages so you'll know what to expect if the unexpected happens. Just call him when you want the real deal. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This is Paul Reekin with Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. This April, pick any day of the month. Don't miss our spring cleaning, scratch and dent, and or discontinued sale event of the century. We're talking 50, 60, 70% off the already reduced price.
Wow!
Now's the time to replace that dishwasher that's barely washing dishes. Here we have a dishwasher with a small dent on the door. Your kids are playing football in the kitchen every night while you're making dinner.
Sorry, Mom.
is going to get dented anyway. Now you have a fully functional dishwasher and you saved $400. How about a refrigerator? Last year's model, not a single scratch. Save yourself $1,000 and put it towards the family summer vacation. Awesome! A new vent hood above your range. Be honest, you haven't looked at those grease filters since the late 90s. Buy a closeout hood and watch it shine from a room over for the next quarter century. It's the Dick Van Dyke Appliance World Spring Cleaning, Scratch and Dent, and or discontinued closeout appliance sale of the century. You don't have to rush. The sale is going on the whole month of April. Unless it's April 29th, you might want to hurry.
Wow!
Hi, this is Damon Hackelman, owner of Clean Right in Champaign. As winter fades and spring rains move in, melting snow, heavy storms, and stressed pipes can quickly turn into flooding and water damage for homes and businesses across Champaign County. When water shows up where it shouldn't, every minute matters. At Clean Right, we're a family-owned and operated company with deep roots in this community, and we're ready with a 24/7 emergency response. Our certified, experienced technicians arrive fast to assess the damage and start the restoration process right away. Whether it's a flooded basement, burst pipe, or storm damage, we work to make the recovery quick and as stress-free as possible. Our mission is to return your property to clean, safe, like new condition so you can get back to normal. We work alongside trusted expert partners to make the restoration process smooth and stress-free, guiding you every step of the way. Learn more or request emergency service anytime at cleanright.net.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.